Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today is Wednesday. It is Hump Day, June 14th, 2023. I am Solid Blue Sister, and this is My Turn to Talk. And welcome, everyone. Whatever platform you are watching or listening on, welcome and thank you. And as usual, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. 100 Yard Alchemist. Welcome back. It's been a while, bro. Welcome back. Hey, Minnesota. Lou, welcome. It has been a while. Yes. Hey, Frankie. Okay, Lou, this is supposed to be a serious show today. No shenanigans like yesterday. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, boy. I had fun. Y'all made me laugh a lot yesterday. Oh, oh boy, you guys. You guys are just cracking me up. Oh boy. All right, so let's get started. All right, so Frankie says I can't speak, but I was laughing out loud. Oh Lord. Hey Shelby, welcome. Okay, so I'm not going to make up any words. I'm not going to end any words with the uh, IOUS or whatever the words are. Ness. That's right, Ness. Exactly. All right. So I want to talk about prophecies today. Do you believe in prophecies? Do you believe that they can predict the future? Do you believe that someone can say, this is going to happen, that's not going to happen? Uh, you know, do you believe them? I mean, is it something that's, yeah, well, sure, yeah, but I mean, are people, able to predict the future? Do you guys believe that, when certain things happen, like everything happens in threes? Um, when I hear that someone, dies, if it's a well-known person, and it's on the news one day, this person died, then on the news, someone else died. In my head, I am saying to myself, someone else is going to die. Everything always happens in threes. I believe that to a point. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just an old wives' tale that just is stuck in my head. But when someone dies, I always expect um, someone else to die. And again, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a famous person. It could be, this person died, and then you hear this person died, then you hear that the neighbor across the street died. Um, do you guys believe that? Is that possible? Do you guys believe in the Bible for revelations? You know that you know the the end of days, and is that going to come true? Is there a such thing as people can predict the weather? You know, is that possible? Is it? I mean, because when you think about it, well, hold on for a second. First, I'm going to get this for you guys. Hold on one second. I want to give you guys the definition of a prophecy. Google uh, uh, definition. Okay, and it's very simple. It is just a prediction. Hold on. There we go. There's more of a. Hey, Juju. Welcome, welcome. I spelled it wrong. There we go. Okay, so do you think that you can predict things? Do you think that that you're able to predict those who get married, they're not going to last, or those who get married, they're going to stay married forever until death do us part? Is that a prediction, or is that just your own opinion, or is just something that you think? Can we predict the future? And at the same time, I want to give you guys, because I do want to ask this, use one of Crazy's variables. What is the there we go. Some people do get these two confused: a prophecy or a prophecy. Okay, you have CY and SY. CY and SY. Okay, so we have prophecy, CY, a prediction, and SY when you're saying that a specific thing will happen in the future. Are those the same, or are they not? What do you guys think? I mean, is it possible? I mean, I can predict that by the end of this day, I'm going to be extremely tired because I stayed up really, 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 really late last night and got up really, 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 really early this morning. I'm tired now, so I can predict that by the end of this day, I'm going to be tired. So is that a prophecy? Did I predict something, or is that just something? Well, no, you just know you're going to do that because that's how you're feeling right now. But do you guys do you guys believe that people can predict who's going to be the next president? That someone can predict that if we don't stop doing this or whatever, that there's going to be more fires here, or someone can predict that they'll find oil somewhere, or gold, they'll strike gold, or wars. Wars are going to break out, or there's going to be peace. Can people predict that, or is it just human nature? Is it human nature that those two countries are going to end up in war because for the last 10 years they've been fighting? Are they predictions? Are they prophecies? Or is it common sense? And then Juju says psychic powers. Now, some people Juju, let's talk about that. So, psychic powers. Do you believe that some people have psychic powers? Do you believe that some people, the reading of palms and what is it, uh, tarot cards? Do you believe that? I mean, is that possible? And Shahid, welcome. Shahid said, God gives dreams to some people. It's a spiritual gift. Okay, but and then Juju says absolutely without any cards. But Shahid, we all dream. We all dream. On some level, we all dream. Some people have what may be considered a nightmare, but we all dream. So wouldn't God, give dreams to everyone? And do some of our dreams come true? If you're dreaming that someone is chasing you, what does that mean? You could dream something and forget about it, and then 2 years later you're in a race, and you're in first place, but some second and third place they're chasing you, or someone truly is chasing you in terms of maybe they're trying to get you, or maybe you did something. I mean, everyone dreams. So are our dreams, can we say that they're predictions, and are they prophetic? Nostradamus has predicted. Yes, he did. Nostradamus predicted a lot of stuff. Um, and then Juju says, if you're tuned in, you can predict some things. Um, that's okay, Juju. Podbean's been I don't know, the last year it's been acting up for a lot of people. He says, not everyone is called to be a prophet. And I'm okay. The calling is for specific people who are appointed by God and trained to understand his divine communication. I'm not saying that everyone is called to be a prophet, because I don't believe that everyone's called to be one. I think that there are certain people who have been called over time where they have that specific designation. But um, when you say prophecy CY or prophecy SY, or is it a God-given thing? Does it have to be specifically from God? Or can it just be, that you have some people who are seers, you have some people who are just able to see things, or know things, and then you have just and again I go back to those dreams. you know um what if you wake up one day, and you dreamt that you were going to become very, very rich? Does it necessarily mean that you should go run down to the local store and buy a lotto ticket? Or does it mean that you know this app that you've been working on, or the business that you have, for whatever reason, just takes off, and you become very rich that way? Does it mean that someone passes away and they leave you a lot of money? What does that dream mean? And again, for prophecies, I'm not saying that people are prophets. I'm just saying, do you believe that prophecies, it is possible to predict the future? You know, um, I mean, just, you know, can you give a prediction of something? Uh, Juju says yes, yes. So I mean, I don't know, because there are also so many things in this world that happen that we don't understand. That we don't understand, that and maybe we're not meant to, or maybe we have roadblocks that are put in our way, or things happen, and we're trying to figure it out. I mean, how many movies have we seen where the main person dies at the end, and then all of a sudden there's this butterfly that lands, and people, you're supposed to assume that the butterfly is that person. Does that really happen? When someone passes away, and you're somewhere and the wind blows, or a bird or a worm or whatever, or someone turns around, and they're wearing the exact color that your mom used to wear, or whatever. Is that a sign? Is that a sign from that person? Shahid says, when you live a life of prayer and serve people with God's knowledge and wisdom, God gives you divine revelation for people and the world. God speaks in many ways. Dreams have hidden messages that can only be deciphered by those who have the knowledge and gift for it. I'm going to have to disagree with that, because you're saying that I do believe what you're saying. Crazy lady, welcome, and thanks for popping on, because I was going to reference you, so I am glad you're here. Okay, so Shahid, I do believe that God speaks in many ways, and I do believe that dreams have a hidden message, but I don't believe that they can only be deciphered by those who have the knowledge and gift for it. I think that it is possible for a regular Joe or whomever to decipher what that dream meant. I don't believe that I need to go to a priest or go to a seer or somebody to say, hey, can you tell me what this dream means? I think it's possible for, if you have that dream, that you can decipher that dream yourself. Call my nephew that he was a prophet. Call my nephew that he was a prophet. Call my nephew that he was a prophet. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out that sentence. And he died of COVID 2 months later, but he told his two sisters, I told him he was a prophet. His sisters questioned me. I said, yeah, I told him that. I'm not understanding that, Juju. You're saying you told your nephew he was a prophet. I'm not understanding that dialogue right there. Okay, he says there are many false prophets who want to be prophets. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are many false prophets. But does that mean that, do you have to be a prophet? Do I have to be a prophet to be able to decipher my own dream? If I decipher my own dream, and I'm not a prophet, don't consider myself one, then Shahid, are you saying that I'm a false prophet then? Crazy. Hey, welcome. If you can, without feeling, okay, I believe in dream interpretations. Shahid says, I receive many dreams that come true, so I must have the gift of prophecy. So, okay, so Shahid, you keep saying that prophecy or that it's a gift, that it's a God-given gift. But how many other people who have had dreams that have come true? So are they prophets? Or do they just have dreams that have come true? It was a supernatural entity. Yes, prophetic gifts include any gifts involving teaching, encouraging, or rebuking others. Okay, y'all getting deep now, because I don't believe that. I do believe that certain people have gifts beyond what other people have, but I don't believe that if just because you have dreams that have come true, then you're a prophet. I don't believe that. Hey, crazy lady, welcome.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Okay. Okay, now I can't. You were fine, and then all of a sudden I heard a little scratch, and then you just went very faint. I don't hear anything now. I see your mic is moving, but I don't hear anything. Hear a lot of scratchy, scratchy. Okay, you might want to go out and come back in and see if that works. Okay, she's gonna come back in. Okay, I sent you an invite.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay, good. And you're not going in and out.
Nope.
uh, what are you interpreting? Like, what do you mean by prophet? Okay, because yeah,
Well, I was reading what right before you came in. Shahid said, "When you live a life of prayer and serve people with God's knowledge and wisdom, God gives you divine revelation for people and the world. God speaks in many ways. Dreams have hidden messages that can only be deciphered by those who have the knowledge and gift for it." And I disagree with that. The
yeah.
part,
I mean,
I mean,
and
not the whole thing. I just disagree with the last part, saying that um God, that can only be deciphered by those who have the knowledge and gift for it. That's what I disagree with.
well, yeah, because a person can interpret their own dream now, whether they do it biasly or not, and you know, that's a different you know thing altogether. But I can tell. I mean, because then people would
Hello.
think that every dream's a prophecy dream. I mean, there's a difference. I think in probably the ones that are normal dreams that our subconscious has, and then ones that are like not really prophet. Like whatever happened in the dream. Because sometimes it's something stupid. Um, but like if you're visited and you're able to connect with another, like with with a higher being, whether it be an angel or however the message is given you. Does
Okay.
that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Shahid, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
How's everyone? Yes, the prophet is a calling from God, because if you believe in God, and we know that God is he has eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mouth to speak to us. And one of the ways he speaks to us is through dreams, but there's also many other ways, circumstances, and revelation, vision, and or his clear voice. But you have to have the gift for that. And in Christianity we call it the gift of prophecy. Yeah. And also the dreams, they usually come in a like a code, like a secret code. So sometimes you see people, they are speaking, but it's what God wants you to know, but you see people you meet, maybe friends or families, and you see them speaking in the dream, and they say something that means something to you. It gives you direction, or maybe you had some answers some question that week, and the answers will come through a dream. You will hear someone saying something in your dream, then that's the answer that to your question. Yeah.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I don't believe that dreams are necessarily in secret code. I think some dreams that people have are very, very plain, and I mean, they're just out there. They're. I mean, this is what it is. I don't believe that you have to, have a certain, be a certain, to training or something in order to decipher dreams. And in terms of telling people that they're prophets, it's like, how do you know that they're a prophet, and who gives you the designation to say that someone is a prophet? I mean, so crazy lady.
Um, Me personally, I say that. I mean, everybody has a gift. Okay, it's whether or not you choose to harness them. Some things people can do better than others. Yes, but like as like I don't know. You can tell. I mean, any holy man, like okay, a man of God, whether whatever religion they may follow, um, are prophets. If you look at it along like that line, because they're holy men, they should have uh, God within them, around them, and so they're all prophets if you really think about it, if by the standard definition.
Okay, so that means we should all have that gift. I mean, who's to say that, like Juju says that her nephew was one, but how do you know that? I mean, what is that
Because
designated
you could just
power?
tell. You could just, I don't know. It's
The
okay. To me, their souls are just they're different. You can tell. They have. To me, it's like they have like this burning within them. And usually, most prophets, truth, uh, the voices of God, they don't stay around. They, I think, maybe live to like the 30. The true
Hmm.
ones that I have, like would be considered, prophets. Because I don't care what anybody says. Check it out. When Jesus died, he wasn't the last prophet to walk the earth. Really?
Hmm.
Think about it.
Hmm.
That's just like saying, okay, when Jesus died, God said, oh, forget it. I ain't talking to none of you guys no more. You done pissed me off. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Shahid?
yeah, well, how do you know is that you start getting mental impressions. Let's say feelings. Some people call it like intuition or something. You
And
start
most prophets
having,
only have like a
for
moment,
example,
like one message.
you,
I don't
yeah,
think like there's like people that can like continuing, you know, because it's, you know, I think most like true prophets that they're like a one message, because yeah, premonition is different than prophecy.
God will
Actually,
confirm it. God will give you a confirmation. First, you will, let's say, you will show you future events through your dreams, sometimes through a mental impression. You just be watching the news or something, and then suddenly you get a mental impression that something bad will happen to that city. And after a week, you watch the news again, and you see that something bad did happen to that city. You know,
Are you
and but
saying something happened to that sickie?
yeah, let's say you're
I'm,
watching a city. Let's say a place in the news, and you see a lot of sin, a lot of people they are sinning there. Maybe they're doing things that God hates, and then you get this feeling that God will judge this place. And after some time, you see maybe a storm came there or some
okay,
flooding.
okay, okay. You're
You
saying
see?
city. Okay, okay. So then, crazy lady and Shahid, let me ask this, since you guys are on the panel. With all of the shootings that we have in this country, is that a prediction that the United States is I mean, that something bad is going to happen? I mean, is that a premonition? Is that a prediction? Is that a prophecy? I mean, does that mean that we're not living right?
Yeah, this the shootings. No, people. If you look at people's attitude these days, they are more selfish and more proud and more arrogant. They are careless. You know, they don't have love for their neighbor anymore. They can't control their anger, and they don't have self control, any kindness for their neighbor. They don't help people anymore. Like they getting more, their hearts are getting colder and colder every day. So they are, let's say, living far from God. They're turning away from what the Bible teaches us, and they want to have their own way, live their own life. follow their own pleasures, and that's what you get. You People don't raise their children with love and attention more. They think only about their own happiness. You know, they don't spend quality time with their children, get interested in their lives to see what their dreams are, what their fears are, what their desires are in life. So they spend more time with politics and watching useless things and worthless things. And this generation, like, they don't, if you stop obeying what God says, you will go into, let's say, darkness. You will start walking in darkness. Yeah. But
Yep.
the problem with prophecy right now, people are using prophecy to make money, and that is the problem. They try to manipulate people with prophecy. These are the false prophets of the end times. They only think about getting money from people. They use it as a money making business to manipulate people, manipulate their emotions and their minds, and so they can get money out of them.
Okay. Well, I definitely believe that when there are a lot of false prophets walking around. Crazy lady.
On the making money thing, I would agree. That's like, I tell people like what I do. I can I don't do it expecting money because I can't do that because it was a gift to me. So how can I charge someone else for for it? You know what I mean? So I totally get the whole money thing because that's what it's not supposed to be about.
Well, money has always been the
Well,
bane
yeah,
the bane of evil. I mean, even if you were born into money, and your mother, father, grandfather passed away, somewhere along the way somebody's going to fight you for that money. It's like, why, even if everything's divvied up 50-50, there's always going to be that one person who wants 51%, whatever. But again, I'm going to ask, crazy lady, back to the shootings. Does America have so many shootings because we're not living right in this country? I mean,
I don't think it's because we're not living per se right. I think it's just because um, people are people are being sheep, and you know, in my opinion,
I'm sorry, did you say that people are being sheep?
yeah, they're being sheep. They're it, they're not accepting it, but they're accepting it. You know what I mean? I I just think that we need to figure something out straight up.
Okay, but you kind of baffled me there, because when you say that people are being sheep, are they being sheep to go get a gun and kill 30, 40, 50 people?
No, I'm talking about well, okay, when the first, when these shootings happening, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, we're all jumping in arms about it, but we're not doing anything to fix up why that happened. Get to the root of it. I don't think that. I think they should bring back corporal punishment personally. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you rape someone, we're going to neuter you. You know, um, that's my opinion.
Okay. So do you guys believe, first of all, let me welcome Bart, Karen, and Mr. B, and Power Girl. Who else came in that I did not give a formal? And TTQ, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, so yeah, we are getting deep with this subject, whatever. But hey, Filthy Breakfast, welcome, welcome, and Vinny, welcome. So, okay, so do you believe that prophecies, prediction is the same thing as, and even though I know it's not, but can you tie it together with karma? That if you do this, this is going to come back to you somehow, some way. It may not come back tomorrow, may not come back a year from now, but 10 years from now, when you are doing a certain thing, um, something's going to happen, and you're going to know exactly why. You're going to think back to, yeah, this is happening to me because I did this or I said this.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. All right. Because
I do believe in karma because it's especially like when you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing and you're yeah, it's gonna come back on you. You're gonna have to pay for that, sin in the story.
okay, because I believe in
It might not
karma.
even be this lifetime. It might be the next one. You never know.
Okay, so do you believe now some prophecies, CY, not SY, some prophecies predict that you will come back as another person, that you were here before in another life. And if you did something bad in this life, you're going to come back as something really bad in the next life. Like you may come back. Okay, Lou, I'm about to say it. I don't know why I'm about to say. He knows I'm about to say. You come back as a serial killer, that ends up on death row, and you end up, dying in the electric chair or something because they didn't get you in that first life, but they're going to get you in the next one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're going with this. I don't think, but that's what I confused. Um, there's 'cause you just know, you know, you just know.
Okay. All right. And Shahi says Proverbs 26:27, King James Version. Who diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. I mean, that's basically saying to me, if you're gonna, hit somebody upside the head, don't be surprised if somebody turns around and does the same to
Right
you.
upside the head.
Right. And Lou says, I still believe earth is hell. Um,
An eye for an eye. That's in the
and
Bible.
I, yes, and an eye for an eye, and he says in Hebrews, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment.
Yeah,
Um,
Bart. Probably done it a couple times already.
okay, and then First Peter, for he that will love and seek the days, let him refresh his tongue from evil. I mean, guys, I mean, because you know, I believe in some prophecies. CY. Again, not SY, CY. And for those who are coming in late, I did put the definition of both of them in the chat. And I also believe in karma. Um, I do believe that there are some prophets, but I do not believe in self-appointed prophets, which we have. I do believe that we are able to interpret our own dreams. I don't think that I need, like I said, I need to go see a priest or have confession or something because I had a dream and I need someone else to figure it out for me. I think that I can figure out my own dreams. I think sooner or later, you know, people do. If you keep dreaming the same thing, there's a reason. It may not be crystal clear, when you wake up, but I think along the way you'll see signs that it's like, okay, maybe this is what it means, and I should do this. I do believe that people who have passed, on, if you have a relationship with that person, I believe it's possible for that person to come back and talk to you in some way. I think that's possible. Whether it be a dream, whether it be, a friend of yours and you two are, having lunch and you're, talking about certain things, whatever, and somehow or some way that conversation is the answer to your dream. I don't think I need a prophet to tell me that. Welcome, Take Christ. Welcome, Letitia. I cannot pronounce this other one, but welcome. So I don't know. Shahid, did you want to add anything else?
The dreams thing, but sometimes the dream is very difficult to understand because Let's say somebody is praying for a life partner. They asking God like, I have two friends. They both like me, but I want to make the right choice. And they are asking God, but God will not come in a dream and show them exactly. You see, the dream language is a secret code language, and not everyone can understand that secret code. Some people have
But
that
see,
gift.
Shahi, I disagree with that. For you saying that
Yeah.
you know they keep saying that a dream is a secret code. I don't believe a
Okay.
dream is a secret
Yeah.
code. So
But if you look the Bible, then you see that when Daniel was a prophet, when he received dreams, he couldn't understand those dreams. So God, he was praying, and God sent an angel to him in the book of Daniel. An angel came to Daniel to explain what the dreams were. He was dreaming about animals and beasts. He didn't know what the animals and beasts were. But you have to know the Bible for this. And also in the book of Revelation, you see John is receiving visions from God, and he's seeing all these weird beasts and animals that do not exist on earth. So there was someone, a divine person in those visions that were explaining to him what these things meant. So not every some dreams you can understand it easily, but other dreams they are little different, difficult to understand because they happen in a way like you have to sit and think about what does this dream mean, what is God trying to tell me, so
well, right. I
it's
mean, right. So this is what I'm saying. So I don't necessarily think that it's a secret code or anything. I think that there are some dreams where you do have to, if you want to, if it's important to you, that you do sit down and you're like trying to figure it out. But I do believe that the answer to that dream or the questions that you may have may come, just you may be standing in line for coffee and you may look
yeah,
over at someone, the person next to you, and they have a backpack on that has a certain word on it. That could be the catalyst you need to figure out the rest of that dream.
yes, yeah, that's true. It's true, some dreams are very clear. The message in it is easy to understand, but some dreams, the symbols and the let's say the symbols in those dreams and the way they happen, you really need to sit down and think deep to get the message, you know
Okay. Okay. So what do you think about karma, Shahid?
yeah, people call it karma, but it's really God doing his job. God's job, one of God's job, is to judge righteously, judge the earth, judge people's actions and deeds. And if you do evil, God, Jesus says, I have to find the scripture, but with the measure that you meet, it shall be measured back unto you, something like that. You know, so your action and deed will return back to you. But in Christianity, we just see it as God's judgment, God's righteous judgment. But people who do not believe in God, they call it karma. But it does exist. I've seen it. I've seen people done evil and evil return back to them. But I
Oh,
see people,
I
yeah,
definitely think that I do believe that evil will return back to you, and I also believe that if you do good, it will come back to you. Like like I said, it may not come back to you tomorrow, may not come back to you next year, but I do believe somehow, some way, it will, good or evil, whatever you do will come back to you. Um, I 100% believe also that how you treat others in the end, that's how you're going to be treated, you know and don't be surprised that people are treating you this way. You treat others, other people like crap, they're going to treat you the same way. If you're disrespectful to people, people will be disrespectful to you. So, and Crazy says, if you remember the dream, it's a message. Crazy. That's interesting because I believe that we all dream every night, but we don't remember those dreams. And when you say that you believe that a dream, if you remember it, that it's a message, then absolutely, I believe that if you can remember a dream, then it's telling you something. Some people may shrug it off. Oh, I dreamt that, I was at the beach last night and, I was having a lot of fun. Okay. Exactly what does that mean? So yeah, yeah. And Crazy says, I remember some relations we not deceived, God is not mocked. Okay, Juicy says, I cannot remember my dreams. I mean, I don't know, guys. I knew the show was going to be deep. I didn't know it was going to get this deep. Oh, definitely not yesterday's show. Hey, Crazy.
Howdy. I figured I got like 10 minutes, so man, I wanted to join in so many times on here because like I was like, damn, like I really don't know the differences in whatever. What I do know is this. I believe if you remember a dream for any reason, doesn't matter what it is, that it's a message. I mean, that's just simple to me. Because that's how it is for me. Like I dream all the time, and the ones that I remember seem to always somehow come back. It doesn't mean that's tomorrow. Could be 40 years from now. That's the thing that you got to understand, that the timeline of what you see or whatever it is doesn't mean that it's happening right damn now.
Right.
And that's why people brush things off so often. Also, you have to believe it to see it. If you're a non-believer, you won't see signs. You're not, because you're not looking for it.
Okay, but when you
like
say when you say a non-believer, are you talking about God or just believe in the whole dream thing?
Just believe in, like if you just believe in something outside, something non-believer in things that you can't explain.
Okay.
Because there's stuff that I could tell you and you'd be like, hell no, that's crazy. I can't explain it to you because you didn't experience it. Only I did. So that only matters to me. Right. So, but like, that's a loaded thing to say non-believer, but non-believer just means that you don't believe in signs. You don't believe in I know people that don't believe in karma. I know people that don't believe that, the energy, the vibes, the universe, stuff like that. Right. And one of the things that stuck with me throughout the show is when you asked about karma. Karma is directly related to everything. Karma was named karma, but all it is universal revenge, which means that's why they tell you not to react. I learned this that's why people meditate and stuff like that. Do you understand that people that meditate are connecting with the universe, connecting with something greater than themselves, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to handle this because if I handle it, I'm going to jail. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jesus and the universe handle it, because someone is going to reap what they sow. I believe that, whether it happens now or forever.
But Crazy. So you believe that karma is a negative force as opposed to it being also a positive force?
Karmic is just it's just in energy. It can be good or bad.
Okay, but you said universal revenge.
Well, okay, so if you, in the sense of what you guys, I'm specifically speaking of what you asked.
Okay.
Do you believe people that are getting karma? Because you didn't ask about good karma. You asked about people getting revenge or having in different lives still getting their, what they should get, whatever they're owed.
Right. But so, I also said that I also believe that if you do good, that good will come back to you. You do good things, I do believe that good will come back to you. So I do believe in good karma.
No, I'm only responding to the one part about karma, like universal revenge. That's the only part, because I believe in good karma. Good karma comes to people that don't express all the good things they do. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you show the whole world, oh my God, I helped a bird. Oh my God, I helped a bunny. Oh my God, I helped a person. Oh my God, I gave him $1. Oh my God, that's not, that doesn't equal good karma.
No.
So anyways, but like that actually can equal bad karma because you're just showing off for what? Anyways, but yeah, like the universe can do all your dirty work and it can do your good work. I was just talking to somebody recently and I was like, okay, that person knows me, knows how I am. I throw everything out into the universe all the time, and I have to, because otherwise I get really overwhelmed. Because some of it can be handled by signs, by whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to lighten your load sometimes, because you're not supposed to carry that whole load. That's that whole footprints poem, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? So, and so that all of that stuff is tied together. So my thing is you put half of it out there, things you can't change, you shouldn't worry about, but we're going to, but you put those on the back burner. You put the other half out in the universe and let it tell you the time and the place, and then, you know, let it happen. Because if you try to take control, majority of the time, what happens, have you ever been in a rush in the morning and your clothes catch on every single thing on the way out of the house?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Do you know what that sign is? The sign isn't ha ha ha, you're pissed off, so let me piss you off more. It's slow the fuck down. Slow the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? So that's your sign to slow the fuck down. The reason you're getting caught on everything is because you're rushing, you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign, slow your ass down. But most people, instead of seeing that, are going to just get mad, right? Motherfucker, every time I get, you know, excuse my language, but
So, okay.
But you have to take it like that.
So, okay. So, Crazy and Shahid, they gave me their views on this. Do you believe that prophecies, I mean, do you believe that people can predict the future? Do you believe that people can say certain things are going to happen? Do you think that's possible? Okay. Do you think it comes from a certain gift, or they just know, or
it comes from being having your eye opened. Okay. That's what it comes from.
Okay.
I believe that everybody has abilities, and the reason I say so confidently that it is like that, because I've had it happen to me numerous times. If my brother's still here, he'll tell you all the time. He'll be like, I can't believe that. Like that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But like, you have to see it. You also can't be a self-appointed prophet. That's not how it works either. So, like, people that do that, that's the same as saying, oh, well, I helped this homeless guy with $50. That's the same shit.
Right. Okay. And then Juju says we have to be aware and in tune.
That's exactly right. You have to be on everything is energy. Everything in this universe is energy, vibes and energy. And if you're going to get what you put out there, I promise you, every day I have to look back and look at myself and figure out, oh, well, I'm having a shitty day today. But why is that? Is it because I just can't get out of the funk? And most of the time it's my mindset. I've already decided that the day is trash. So guess what? The day is trash. And that's exactly all I see all day. It's not because maybe there wasn't blessings throughout the day. I closed my eyes to that because I already decided that everything was crap.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all, I knew we were going to have a deep show. I didn't know it was going to get this deep.
Oh, you're lucky I couldn't get on here earlier, man. I was chomping at the bit, boy. I was like, damn, this is perfect. Tiki's not here anymore. But he also said something like this. He said something to me that really, he said, this person said, I'm praying, but it only seems to help in the moment. And I was like, yeah, because you're only praying for the moment. So that's all it's going to fix.
That is one thing that I do not believe. I don't believe that, you know, like some people pray only when they need to, like, Lord, please, you know, please don't let me get an F on my test. Please, you know, but yet you didn't study. You know, I mean, it's like, no, that's not going to happen. You have to, if you're going to pray, it should be an ongoing thing. And, you know, so it's not like, you know, you do this at the last minute.
Right. That's like calling me every time you need a ride somewhere because you don't have a car and I do. Come on. You know, like, I'm just saying, like, and I'm guilty of it too. You know, it's an on-off relationship, but it was never because of loss of faith. That's the difference. And every time I tried to take control of it, I could tell the difference. So most people don't even know I'm half this deep. And that's the difference between some people out there thinking they know it all and telling everybody I'm the one you should run to and listen to. And they're just like, what the fuck? You know, and then you turn around and you're like, damn, I would have never guessed it. Yeah, because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. All right. Crazy lady, you want to chime in on what Crazy was saying?
Yeah, you know, exactly. I was gonna say, that's why I said, I do blessings, because I pray every day. And I thank the universe for, everything that it's given me, and yeah, and then I cry when I have the bad, but it like I said, we're all energy, we're all connected, we're all, it's
Well, we definitely, everyone has their good days and bad days, but I can honestly say, and I truly mean this. I mean, I can wake up in a funk or whatever, but I try my very best that before I go to sleep at night, no matter how late I'm staying up, that I try to make when I close my eyes that I can say this was a good day. I have to because I don't want to be one of those people that are just miserable and they find just they look at their day and everything is just so negative. I mean, yeah, like I said, we have our bad days. This happens that the clothes get caught on everything when we're going out. But at the end of the day, is there not one thing? Is there not one thing that was good? At least one? And and
Had
I
someone instantly change
and
your mood, like instantly the minute you come up on them, you're just like, oh no, like
I mean,
because you know why? Because there's energy around you, and you have to manifest that. You have to manifest. Like I could be. Most people don't. I'm the most probably one of the most optimistic, positive persons that I know. Most people wouldn't think that. They just think I'm mean and crazy. But
I don't think
like
you
I
are.
can't be around people that are full of. I feel it. I can feel your shit from 10 feet away. I'm already like, nope. I'm gonna go over here because I'm not having none of that.
Right, right. And you don't want to be around, those people. And that's why I say, you have those people that wake up every day saying and knowing they're just going to be in a funk the entire day. And it's like, I don't want to be around you. And I try to, even if I'm saying something silly, crazy, whatever, I try to make myself smile. I crack myself up all the time, not necessarily meaning to, but there has to be, like I said, at the end of the day, there has to be something that was good. And to me, for anyone, the one thing that was good was the fact that you woke up that morning. That alone should make you feel grateful for something, for just a little bit of something, I would think.
I'll be honest with you. If someone asks me how I'm doing and I feel like I'm bad, like I'm not in a place to answer, be like, yeah, I'm fine or I'm okay, I'll say that. That's what I'll say. That's actually my only answer outside. I'll never say no. What I'm going to say is, well, I woke up this morning. Like that's
It's crazy, but you have those people who you say, how are you today? They will literally start, oh, well, this happened, oh, and then my car broke down. It's like, okay. They will tell you all the negatives.
some people are put in front of you like that for you to try to like oh man, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie, I'll try to like make a couple of comments and like bring it back around, but if someone stays there, like if it's just a passing stranger, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, I'll listen to your woes, and then we go about our
No,
maybe
no,
someone just
I'm no,
needed to listen,
I'm
right?
talking about
But
that friend or that coworker
yeah,
that
no,
you
that's
say,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So a friend difference, though, I won't. I've told my like that's why I don't have too many friends. But like I'm like, look, like that's why though. That's why you have shitty days every day. I would even ask like, did you even have just not even nothing? Not and someone didn't smile at you today. Like you literally all day long, what you focused on was the shits. Because life's gonna happen, whether you're mad about it or happy about it. Is your choice. That's a choice. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out whether you want to live in misery or whatever. And people that live in misery will bring you down,
Oh
and
yeah.
because they try to live vicariously through your happiness,
Well, but my happiness
and they
may not
suck your
make.
energy up.
Yeah, they do suck your energy, and those are the people that I'm talking about. And don't try to be
Mm-hmm.
happy through me because I may do things that don't make you happy. It's like you may do things that don't make me happy. I'm going to live my life. Don't try to live vicariously through me. Get yourself together and like I said, just there has to be one thing throughout the entire day, like you said, crazy, that made you smile. That just, even if it was just a little giggle, something, something.
I listen. I will. I'm like I said. I've had some people that they keep on, and I say something. I'm like, look, man, like I can't. You're gonna have to go on somewhere. I'll get up and leave because I'm not gonna have my energy. I've done that enough times, being stupid and letting somebody else drag me into the pits of misery. You know what I mean? So like, if I can absolutely avoid it, I avoid it. I can't. I cannot be around people that everything is no and negative and everything sucks in my whole life. You woke up this morning. If you can't say nothing else good about that day, that's what you should say. Now, whether you believe that's God waking you up or whatever you believe in, if you woke up, you had a chance to do it all over again, right? Make a difference. I get shit sucks, man. Trust me. When I tell you, I've been to the pits of hell and back. So, like, that's why I can confidently say that you live in misery. That's what your life is going to stay like because you've closed your eye to anything else. That's all you're gonna see. If you talk negative, all you're gonna see is negative, and that's the cycle you're gonna stay in. And but it's a sad reality. Some people's jobs keep them like that. That's sad and like easier said than done, and that's a damn truth. I could sit here and tell you all that crap, and you're just like, how? It took a lot of pain.
But you know what though? I mean, and I think that you're right, because I think we've all had jobs that we absolutely could not stand. And I know I had a job that I absolutely could not stand, but I never allowed that job to dictate my mood to the point where I'm just in misery constantly. You know, it was like that was my catalyst to go look for another job.
See, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question while you say that. See, at the time if you ever had a job like that, you had an opportunity, right, to make something different, go find something else. What about those people that can't do that and they're just stuck there?
And I totally get that. I totally get that, and I totally understand. But I'm just saying, and I know that there are people who are stuck in situations that seem hopeless, whatever. But even if it's in your own mind, that you have to, pretend that your boss is this, or when you're doing this particular task that you absolutely hate, that if you have to create something in your own mind just to get through the day, then I say do that, as opposed to allowing that person or that job, or even that husband or that wife or those kids to put you in such a funk that you're just miserable.
Yeah, that's a whole. Sometimes it's about. See, we're way off prophecy type of stuff, but this is all. It's all.
Well, no. I think it's all related. I think it's
for it. That's the thing. Like, it's really sad because I have really short patience. I really honestly do. I try my best, most of the time just to have patience for stuff, but I feel like a lot of times if something is put in front of me, if I hear something, it's meant for me to hear, for me to say something about, or to give an opinion about, or like out in the world, if I see someone in front of me, like they can't pay for something, right? But I feel like if I seen it because I'm meant there, if I have the means, it was meant for me to just do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's not enough goodness anymore anywhere. I mean, everything's, just think about how much of the, they're trying to kill everybody's spirits. And it's real easy to do that when you think you have no way out. Jobs are just as toxic as relationships all day, every day. We don't always have
definitely. Yeah. But you know what though? But dang, I forgot what I was about to say, because you said, what did you say before the job thing? You said I'm about to answer you, and then I totally lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Totally lost my thought.
About the well, I'm just saying, like, what I was saying before the job thing was about oh my God, I can hear myself, but I can't repeat it.
Oh boy. I don't know, but
Well, it's all toxic relationships. It all is. It's the whole jobs are just as bad as toxic relationships, and then people think they're stuck. They're stuck there and they can't get out of there. So they're in a cycle. Like that's the cycle they get in. The spirits, they're killing the spirits because I mean, look at all this. There's not enough goodness anymore in the world. There's just not enough. There's not enough goodness because people can't feel good because they're constantly being beat up by rent prices and their job that sucks and the. You think this whole country stuff doesn't affect people, which affects the whole thing?
Okay, I know
Yeah.
what I was going to say, because you were saying that we got off topic with predicting the future, and you're talking about jobs.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
if someone is in that funky job that they hate, whatever, are those people going to predict that the rest of their life or the next 5 years, the next year is going to be shitty because they're in this bad job, when something can happen? You can meet that customer that helps you, or I mean, I don't know. I have been in some situations that have been just absolutely horrendous and horrific. And when I look back at it, in my head, I always hear, my parents always saying, don't ever let someone put you in a situation where you think less of yourself, or you put yourself down and you don't find a way to get out. And that's why on the show, when sometimes depending upon who's on the panel, or what the conversation is, I don't, it's like I'll go back and forth with you, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, because it's like I have to remove myself from that situation. And that's, I guess, if you cannot do it with the job, that's why I say sometimes I do go inside my head and I'm like, okay, this person's yap, 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 and they're talking, and I'm really thinking about something else. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
You're gonna hear it.
I mean, it's like I just try not to let people put me there, because I've allowed that to happen to me before in the past, and it wasn't good for me. It was not good for me. So I understand that people may not have the financial means to do something, or even have the courage to do something, but everyone has a brain and they can go and make up their own little fantasy somehow to get through the day. That's all I'm saying. Just don't get a gun and go start shooting people.
Well, just to answer your question about, can a person who's in a bad job predict themselves in the same position in 5 years? Absolutely. I know people that have been stuck like that their whole life. And that's exactly where they've been stuck their whole life. Because just in this next sentence, you proved the point of what I said earlier. They didn't see the customer that walked through, that saw their spark in their eye, because they didn't look up to see that person smile at them. Why? Because they're looking down, because that's what they're thinking about. Does that make sense? So they're blinded to the blessings around them because they're so in this funk or whatever. So people can predict that for the rest of their lives, because that's the thought process. That's the mindset they're in. And can people be reached? And there's probably people out there just haven't been reached just because for whatever reason it is. Absolutely. But you have to be willing to see the blessing to receive the blessing. No, it's just like opportunity. Blessings don't come knocking on your damn door. Hey, stupid, look up. Can you eye level here, buddy? If you look at me, it could have been CEO of some. He was in some gas station in the back town, and you've been waiting to get out of this town forever and a day, but you were just dragging ass all the way around. You couldn't even put customer service Susie blank face on and talk to this person. So your customer service sucked because your life sucked, because your day sucked. And Mr. CEO of the big company that would have saw the bright smile on your face and been like, hey man, someone like you, the face of my company, could come over here and live over here. You didn't see that because your head was down, because that's where you're looking, because that's your thought process, your mindset. So you missed opportunity because it walked right in, and you were in your woes. You were just woe is me. And the whole world around you is like just this big pit of shit. People stay like that. There was a time where I was like that. And I could tell you that was a very rough fucking patch in my life.
Right,
So
and
I,
crazy, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, I have been in that place, and I said I would never allow, I
mhm.
would never allow, for me to get into that place again, or I have to do something where, like I said, I can't listen to someone consistently want to argue with me, or go back and forth with me. At some point, it's like, okay, never mind, whatever, because I don't want to go where you're trying to take me. I don't want to be in that negative spot. So there were times when my mother would just go on and on and on and on. She's going on and on and on, and I'm literally, playing a Jackson 5 tune in my head, whatever. Then when she stopped, I'm like, okay, it's like you don't want to listen to it. It's just too much. Sometimes it just gets to be too much, but those people don't understand it, and those are the people who will always, to me, be that miserable person.
Oh, absolutely, because they live there. Now, it's a difference if someone's there and nobody's ever tried to pull them out, and you don't even know if they're rescuable. Is everybody savable? I don't know, maybe, but is everybody going to save everybody? No, absolutely not. But only you can see the savior. Like you can't. Most of the time, someone's not going to go pick you up off the floor and save your life. They're just not. You have to do a little bit, a little bit. You have to put the energy out there to save yourself.
Right,
You
but
know what
if
I'm
you're but
saying?
if
Like
you're
you
not
have to
going
reach out
to,
for someone to reach out to you.
no,
I,
you're
I
right.
don't know how to.
You're right, and just
So
like, for those interventions, what have you, if you're an alcoholic, you're not going to stop unless you want to. Just because I'm saying,
yeah,
you need to do this, or
absolutely.
you need to lose weight, or you need to stop doing this, or you need to do this, you need to do this. I can say that all day long, but if you don't want to, or you don't want to hear it, you're not going to do it. Plain and simple. So,
Yep.
but anyway, y'all, I was going to end the show with a Johnny Cash song, but Crazy kept talking. I said, you know what? I am going to go to CC Winans, and this is one of my favorite songs, one of my absolute favorite songs. So, and I think it's appropriate for how we ended the conversation. So, Crazy Lady, do you have any last words?
Just remember peace, love, unity, and respect.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And we can get through this. Maybe.
Okay. Crazy Lady, you have, or Crazy, do you have any last words of wisdom or anything?
No, man, just look outside of yourself. Don't be you gotta there's no way to you don't know shit. But just know the one thing that the only way to grow is for you to admit that you know nothing and you need to learn everything.
Hmm. I like that. Okay. Juju says, love you all. Great show. I'm getting a call. Have to go. See you later, Juju. Bye. All right. So, guys, tomorrow, thanks to Shorty, I have my title for my show. I haven't posted it yet. I'll post it later on this evening. But yeah, I do have a title for the show. So depending upon who shows up, depends upon how the show goes. If Bro shows up, we'll get a lot of new words to add to our vocabulary and our dictionary that we'll have to write in with pencil, because we'll have to erase them because they'll make no sense. But other than that, tomorrow is Thursday fun. So, and if y'all see Crazy, see y'all start see y'all start. So if y'all want to if y'all come up on the panel, this is my rule that I've instituted since I have brought Thursday fun back. If you come up on the panel and you get all serious and try to change the conversation into, well, tomorrow's weather report, and if the world did this, then we would. If y'all try to get up here and try to make it serious, I'm kicking y'all off the panel. Y'all have been warned, and some of y'all know who you may be, and some people
I don't know. I know nothing.
and some people I have given a personal warning to. So I'm just saying. Lou says I'll change my name for tomorrow's show. Oh, and if I don't know who you are, and if you are an alphabet person, I will not let you up on the panel, and I will not acknowledge you. I am
An
taking that.
alphabet
An
person.
alphabet person.
I like
I
that.
am taking that rule from someone else's show that it seems to work very, very well. So if you're an alphabet person, whatever, no. So
You're damn right. Go get a name and come back. Otherwise, shut up.
you know, so anyway, I am going to leave you guys with CC Winans. He's not on his knees yet. So here we go. And I am going to clear the panel.
He doesn't know his word. Where's the saddest smile on earth? But he denies it. Love is reaching out to him, but he won't let it in. He defies it. He defies it. He's not ready. He's not on his knees yet. He's too strong to be weak. Show him mercy. He's not on his knees yet. Let him break, please make him better. Put the pieces back together. He thinks that he's alone. I have walked the road he's on, and I know he's searching, looking everywhere but up. He can feel his empty cup, so he keeps hurting. He keeps hurting. He's not ready. He's not on his knees yet. He's too strong to be weak. Show him mercy. He's not on his knees yet. Let him break, please make him better. Put the pieces back together. Help him, please. He's not on his knees yet.
Oh, there we go. And that's it, guys. Tomorrow again, Thursday fun. And Shorty, you talking about my twin sister? I'm sorry. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow's show because I think y'all are gonna like the title. But anyway, enjoy your day or evening wherever you are in the world. And ladies, wear your bras tomorrow. Have your bras on, okay? Have the sister girls in check. On that note, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. I'm just now reading what Crazy just said. So, bye again.